in a minute.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We decided to do a pop up on y'all. Y'all know this is not our normal night. Our normal is Mondays. Mondays and Thursdays. So y'all know this is not normal for us, but we decided we was gonna do a pop up just to bring y'all in and give out some good stuff that the Lord has given. But we gonna try not to be before y'all long tonight because all of us are tired. Okay. And I know I need to get some sleep. Um, and it's an important topic. So I want you guys to just bear with us, as usual, so we can get through what we got to get through, and then we're gonna let y'all go and enjoy the rest of y'all night, right? So before I get started, y'all already know who I am. I ain't gotta say my name or nothing like that. Y'all know me. Y'all know my other wonderful co-host over here in the corner, Quint Jones. Still give her some birthday love. She went off and celebrated her birthday this weekend, so she is just returning. And then y'all see my other sister over here in the corner, LHG. Every time I say the synonyms for her name, y'all, I be thinking about Drill Levert, Key Sweat, and Genuine. That's what I be thinking about. But I say her thing, so I'm just saying. That's what I be thinking about when I say her
Ain't no
initials, y'all.
whining. Ain't no whining. That keeps getting whining.
But y'all already
That's
know.
a
Y'all
whining
already
brother.
know.
I don't
Yep,
man.
yes, it is. Keith Sweat is the most bigger out of all of them. Okay. But I tell you, I am absolutely, I'm floored by what God is doing. He has really done some stuff. When I tell y'all, I got to tell y'all about how my day started. Okay, so I didn't make it to church this morning. I knew I wasn't gonna make it to church this morning. So I rested as much as I could, and I knew that I had an appointment um to I wanted to take Auntie somewhere just to tell her how much she was appreciated because she does a lot for a lot of people. And so I
We
wanted her
love
to
you,
know
Auntie.
how much she was appreciated. So I called a horse stables here and I asked them, I said, do y'all allow people to come and walk around your stables and visit with the horses and stuff like that? So I found two stables that said you could do it and we do it at no charge. But the rest of them charge you to come out and look at their horses.
Wow.
And the reason why they charge you is because the rest of them their horses are show horses. So if you come
Okay.
to view those horses, you have to pay to see them.
Mm.
I was like, okay. I said, well, I just want to do something for a special person because she does a lot for other people.
Mhm.
And the young lady said, okay, well, I can't fit you in on Saturday. She said, but I could get you in on Sunday. She said, how about noon? Fine, that's great. I'll take it. You know, I didn't want to hesitate because I didn't know what it was going to push back and how much longer it would be if I said no. So I said,
Mhm.
okay, I'll take it. Lo and behold, I did not find out until I arrived that they're not even open on Sunday. So they opened up just for her.
Wow. That was
Um,
sweet.
so they opened up just for her. And when I got there, it was just me and them, and they were setting it all up for her. And when I tell you, they set it up so nice. But when she, but when she arrived, the thing that was so funny to me, and it wasn't funny, but it was, but she's just like that as who she is. When she arrived and got out, the horses, all of them, literally came up to the gate. Like they,
Oh,
like they just came up to see her. Like that's how it looked, and it was just
oh
Wow.
like
my God.
to meet you. That's how it looked, and it was just so awesome to see. And she was so taken back by how they just came up
Oh my God.
to greet her. And so, I captured pictures of her greeting like all of them. It was about, I think it was a total about nine. It was like, okay, so it was Selena, Nova, Cherry, Legend, Mac, Dot, uh, Precious, Odin, um, Krabby Mac, that's what they call one of them. And then you had Luca and Patrick. And then you had
That's a
Prop.
good gospel choir, girl. That's a good
Right.
gospel choir.
Right. And then you had Prop. So
Girl.
it was about
Oh
about
wow.
10 or 11 of them, right? And when I tell you, all of them were beautiful. But Precious, now
Wow.
Precious was a little spunky one. She's all tan, had a white mane, but they cut her mane down and gave her a pink mohawk. It
Oh,
was
Ah,
like, okay, like they cut her mane down and gave her a
oh,
pink
that's
mohawk,
so
but
cute.
it fit her, and she did not like to be touched. Honey. She every time you
Mm,
went to go touch her, it's like she turned her head. It was so
don't
funny,
touch me.
right? But
Ain't
she
touch
was
this.
she would stay at the fence and let you view her, but she wouldn't let you touch her. And
wow.
Wow.
all the rest of them allowed you to touch them. And so it was just really funny how it happened. But it was so funny to watch that one particularly because her and that pink mohawk, that was like the icing on the cake for me.
She was the
Too
So
diva.
cute.
yeah, she was the diva out of the bed. And
Yes.
on top of
Precious
that,
Diva.
she was one of the youngest.
Oh,
She was one of the
Okay.
youngest in the crew. So the oldest one, which is Selena. Selena is 26. So they said that in adult years she would be almost 60.
oh, wow.
In
Okay.
adult years, but in animal years she's 26.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so and they said that the average lifespan for a horse, they normally don't live past 30.
Oh,
Wow.
So she's close, she's close to that time, and
right.
they were
Mhm.
saying that they're gonna, spend as much time with her as possible, but
Yes.
they don't like to have to put them down. But at normally around about 30, they started having issues and they had no choice.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
but she was beautiful. She was all the way black, and
Oh
she was a
goodness.
she was a Pervervian breed. So her coat
Wow.
was all black, and it looked like
Woo!
that's how she looked.
Beautiful.
But she was very, very
Beautiful.
pretty. And then the oldest one after that, that was Mac. Mac was a stallion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so he was black with like a black patch with a white patch on his side. It
Oh,
was
Oh
it was
wow.
but a lot of them were very, very beautiful. Nova was all black with a white stripe, like
mm-hmm.
right there.
Ooh.
And then Odin was tan on the bottom and then white just all over the top. And his mane was like Snow White. So it was like
Wow.
Beautiful.
all of them were like different colors. But the biggest
Wow.
one out of all of them was Luca. His name used to be Optimus Prime.
Oh wow.
Changed his name to
I
Luca.
like
He
that.
was
Uh,
jet black, but when I tell you he was huge, he was huge. Like in the stall he was in, his head was almost at the roof of the stall. So yeah, Luca was huge. And
wow.
I mean the name, I can see why they called him Optimus Prime in the beginning because
Yeah.
he was big.
Yeah.
And the breed that he was crossbred between a stallion and a what they call a drab horse. So the drab horse is like the Clydesdales.
Mm-hmm.
Clydesdale horses are huge.
Then
Mm-hmm.
no
So he
wonder
was
he's so
right.
big.
So he was a cross between a stallion and a
Mm-hmm.
Clydesdale put together, and he was just big.
Wow.
So, but he was pretty. He was just jet black, like all
Mm-hmm.
the way.
Mm.
He now Luca was a little sweetheart. He just came up to the side. He came up to the door. He just put his head there to let you rub his mane.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
And
cute.
he backed up to look at you so you could take his picture. And then after you right, and it was like it's like they knew what you were doing.
Wow. Ready for a photo op. Like cheese.
Posed, right. It's like he posed for the photo, and then he was like, "Okay, you're done, so I'm gonna walk away now." And it was like,
Next.
"What you did?" Right, and it was so fun. It was so funny because you can see all the different, attitudes of the
Yes.
horses. They were
Personality.
all
Yes.
beautiful. And the people there were so nice. So I didn't even realize that the lady I was talking to was the owner either. So
wow.
but her name was Erica, and her daughter and her best friend was so nice. And they
Wow.
invited us back because they're gonna put the horses in a Christmas parade.
Oh,
So they're
that's
gonna
Oh, that's gonna
they're
be
gonna they're
nice.
gonna decorate them up and put them in a Christmas parade, and they're gonna put them all out.
Wow.
So they invited us back. I think they told us it was like on the 17th of December. So
beautiful.
I told them
I
that
love it.
would be so that I just want to take some pictures of them to see them decorated.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I love it.
the best friend said, "Look, my horse is gonna hate me, but I'm putting jingle bells everywhere on her." And I was just like, "Okay."
I
I was
like
like, "Yeah."
that.
I was like, "She's not gonna like you after all the bells get put on her for a cake."
Mm-mm.
But, but I just thought it was so nice, and like I said, it was just something that because I know that she's like horses, and so it was just something that I wanted to do, spare the moment, and I was
Mhm.
glad that they was able to do that for her. So,
Awesome.
and I sat down. The other thing that I dealt with today is I had an encounter with a homeless man, right? And it wasn't a bad encounter. I was sitting down because my husband needed to go get some stuff from the store. And I was sitting out in front of the store. I wasn't paying nobody no mind because I was just looking off into the sky. And something just told me to look to my left. And I don't even know how long the guy had been standing there looking at me because he never once tapped on my window. He was just there. And I just turned and looked, and he was just there, and he was like this. And I was just like, okay. So I put the window down. I was like, hi, how are you? He said, I'm not gonna give you a sob story. He said, I just want to get something to eat. And I said, okay. I said, so where are you trying to get something to eat from? He said, I could take the dollar menu at McDonald's. Okay. I said, how about I do you one better? I gave him like a couple dollars to get something from McDonald's. But since I was going inside the store, I went inside the store and I got some stuff and I handed him a bag of stuff. And I said, here, it's pretty much junk food, but at least you'll have something to snack on throughout the night. And I was like, so he was having a conversation with me. And I said, he said, I've learned that I gotta pay it forward.
Wow.
And I said, yes. I said, ain't that something? Even in your current situation, you know how to pay it forward, but there are people that don't have a situation like yours that won't.
Ooh, Jesus.
That's beautiful.
So having the conversation with him, he was like, this is the most relaxed I've been all day.
Wow.
He said, I've been anxious all day. He said, and not only that, he said, I've been sleeping on the ground for at least 6 months straight.
Wow.
He said, you know what? He said, somebody gave me a tent the other day. I said, well, Lord, you not. He said, and guess what? He said, a guy from this store right here called me up here and told me to meet him at the store. He said, and he just gave me a bed to lay on.
Oh wow.
It was like one of those camper beds that you could pull out. And they had just gave him a camper cot to lay on so that he would not be on the ground anymore.
Jesus.
Wow.
Said, and I'm so grateful that I'm no longer on the ground. I said, well, look, I asked him, I said, do you happen to have a phone? He said, no, ma'am, I don't. I said, well, look, I'm going to give you a card with my business number on the back. I said, I need you to text this number. So, and remind me of what I just told you. I said, just say heater on the back. And so he said, okay. So I had picked up the phone. I had literally just got off the phone with some people that I was talking to yesterday that are trying to get portable heaters that work by USB cord, right? Okay. And you charge them like you do a cell phone. Right. And after you unplug them, they will literally heat whatever you have them next to for 8 hours before they die.
Ooh, what a blessing.
And so they were trying to get enough of these little heaters to be able to hand out about 300 or 400 of them out to homeless.
Wow.
And so when I was talking to him, I immediately thought about what they told me. And I was like, just text my number. I'm going to see if they have any. And if they have any, I will find you and bring you in. I said, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get somewhere where you can charge this heater. Yeah. So that you can be warm at night. Because the temperature is about to drop. Even more than what it is right now. Even though you're in the tent, it's still not going to be enough to keep you warm. And so he was like, I got blankets and stuff. I said, I understand. I said, but I want to see if I could get you one of those heaters. So he said that he was going to try his best to get in touch with me, but he told me where he frequents a lot. Okay. So he gave me his name, and I will get the heater for him, and I will take it over to the First Fruits shelter that helps people, and I will tell them to put his name on it and give it to him to make sure that he gets it. But you know, that encounter alone did a lot today, because it says a lot about us as people.
Yes,
people like us where we may not be in his situation. Come on. But even he had the right mind to say, I have to pay it for it. But we sit around and act like we don't have to help nobody.
Come on.
It's not a need. We don't see nobody with a need or none of that. And this man, and I have noticed that about a lot of homeless people, that they will be the quick ones to help you where we won't help each other.
Ooh,
And that
my
bothers me.
God.
And that truly
Yeah,
bothers me.
yeah,
And I wish that people could take a note from people like that and be able to
yes,
have the same humility and do the same thing.
yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so that right there, I had
Yes,
two enlightenments today that really brought some good stuff to my heart, but also irked me at the same time because
mm-hmm.
that bothered me to know that all of these people watched you walk by. I know they did. They watched you walk by before you got to me, and nobody offered him a bottle of water.
Jesus.
Nobody offered a, hey, let me run inside Roses and get you a little dollar fleece plate. Nothing. And he didn't even have on a coat, y'all.
Oh,
He had on a long sleeve shirt. That's it. This man didn't even have on a coat.
my
And
Lord.
nobody bothered to say, hey, it's a few of us walking out the store. Let's collect $10 and go in here and grab this man a coat and just hand him a coat. Like
Mhm.
nobody did any of that. So and that's one of the things that my heart is really geared towards doing. And
Yes,
I pray that the Lord allows me to be able to do what I really want to do
yes,
as far
I
as my
do too.
nonprofit is concerned, because that's what I want to do. That's one of
Yes,
the main things that I want to do. So
yes.
um and I was just like, okay, well, I said, all right, Lord. And then as soon as I get home to sit down good, I get on a friend of mine's, her she has her services online at 5. I
Mm-hmm.
get on her service and she begins to tell me that the Lord said that because you are faithful,
Mm.
everything that you're trying to do, he's about to help you.
Oh God, oh
And when
God.
she said it, it was just like an immediate thing because I had just got it out. I didn't even say it out loud. I just said it in my head. Lord, if you allow me to do
Yes, yes,
what
yes, yes,
what I'm trying to do, this is what I want to do. And it's
yeah,
so much bigger than me. And
yeah,
then
yeah, 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 yeah.
she come right out and said and said that to me. Like, and I haven't spoken to her in months. Like, so it was no conversation where she knew what was going on. And I was just like, okay, Lord, I hear you. I got it. And I just left it at that. But um as y'all can see, the topic of the night is cast your nets and launch into the deep, right? And it's ironic that all of these situations occurred today, and that's the topic that the Lord gave me like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So if something happens when you choose to step outside of yourself and you
Yes,
choose to really trust God and you choose to say, okay, God, no matter what, I'm gonna do what you said and I'm gonna go and launch into the deep. That's when you get out of your comfort zone.
oh yeah,
I've realized that if we stay in our comfort zones too long, we delay what God is trying to do
yep,
because we can't get out of the familiarity, familiar parts of things
yeah,
to go where he's trying to get us, because where he's trying to take us is not familiar. It's something new and it's a next level type of situation. And if we choose to stay in the comfort zone, we'll never make it to the next level.
that's right.
Right. So the scripture that pertains to this is Luke chapter 5, um, mainly verse like 4 and 5. But y'all know me, y'all know I read scriptures before and after. I don't just read the one thing. So in your timing, please read Luke chapter 5, because that's what pertains to launching into the deep, right? So I'm gonna go based off of a couple scriptures, but before I get into it all the way, and my lovely ladies up here tonight get into it with me, before I go any further, do you guys have anything that y'all want to say to kick off the show before we get into the meat of the matter?
I'm gonna say, listening to your testimony, it was a blessing. Um, because there are so many out there in need. When I got back from my trip, there was an emergency phone call that I had. I can't, really go into it because somebody's life depends on it. But immediately my response was, okay, how can I help? How can I be of assistance? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter that I'm just coming off my little birthday shenanigans. It's just a matter of this person is in need, and let's see what we can do, and go from there. That's the biggest thing. Let's make it happen for this person.
To meet the need.
So
Yeah.
yeah, to meet the need. And that's basically what we are still working on it. And I'm believing God that I already know he's in complete control. So as
That's what he
long
do.
as obedience is in order, things are into play, it'll work out in our favor. So that's what I'm trusting God for. I'm excited about the topic on tonight. Y'all, I'm sorry, it's dogs in the background. If y'all
Yes,
hear
Lord.
it, I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
But I could truly tell y'all I'm excited. And even in my birthday shenanigans, sometimes you need pouring into. And
Oh,
my
yeah.
brother drove 6 hours, y'all, just to be with me for my birthday.
Hey,
Just his
Billy.
presence alone. Hey, Pastor, Minister. Okay, I'm gonna stop
You
calling you
said it. You
Pastor.
said it right the first time. You said it right the first time. Go ahead.
Yes, but just his presence alone. When I say I was like a kid in the candy store being around my brother. I just love him, and anybody that know me and him, we've always been close since kids, and he's always made sure I had what I needed. And yes, I'm a spoiled brat. So not only was we having a good time, but he also ministered to my spirit. And he may not understand that, but I understand it. So God just gave me what I need when I needed it. And I'm just
Yes, Pastor. Yes.
I'm just truly appreciative. And with that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to LHG, and I'm excited about tonight, y'all. I'm gonna mute again.
Okay.
When I was listening to you, Coco,
Hmm.
the concept that came to my mind, what we call it in customer service, is called genuine care and concern. And we train people to take these phone calls, and as they're talking about these accidents and incidents and problematic situations, that we are to interject uh, care and concern that's genuine, because you can say certain words, but it just sounds robotic. And I can't stand calling people and they sound like machines.
Hmm.
I like the humanity of a phone call.
Hmm.
And we teach them to show empathy by saying certain words. I'm so sorry that you've experienced this. This must be difficult for you. And it made me think how much we've missed the mark.
Hmm.
Um, and we're so busy and tied up in our own zones, worlds, that we miss the small things and the opportunities to just show genuine care and concern. And that is really what draws people in. And I love the way you make ministry look easy, because you ooze out genuine care and concern, as it's just a part of who you are. But I don't know how it could work any other way if you are a child of God and you
Right.
know Jesus's uh, gospel of love. You have to be able to do that. And if you're not doing that, you're really not a good reflection of who Jesus Christ is.
Right.
And we get so busy and we get so inundated with life and business and career and whatever else is taking our attention, and we forget that there are people who just want to get off the ground.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
just want to stop sleeping on the ground. Here I am saying, yeah, I like this bed, but I sure would like a sleep number. This man is simply saying, I just want to come up off the cold ground and lay my body on something that has warmth and a little cushion to it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a humbling moment. I'm like, Lord, it makes you want to say, Lord, I'm really sorry for being a spoiled brat sometimes.
Yeah.
you know. And I thank God for you, Coco, because he said, I'm not even going to give you a story. I'm just going to tell you what it is. I just want something to eat. And that was probably straight from the heart. You know, I have no long violin. I don't even have that for you. I just want to eat something. And all I really wanted to do was get up off the ground. And if people begin to do ministry, going back to the basics, with just plain old genuine care and concern, whoa, how many people would we draw to Christ just by genuine care, concern? I don't have to know you to care for you genuinely. I don't know these customers calling the telephone, but our company is teaching us to have genuine care and concern and empathy. Why? Because they want the customer to come back. It's the same principle. When God gives us the capacity to love, show that love where that person needs it at that moment. And he just said, look, all I want to do is eat.
Right.
So I am so just in awe of how God moves through you, sister. And it makes me want to be better. And it should make us all want to be a little bit better. It's nothing wrong with having things, wanting things, working hard to obtain things. But don't forget that there's people who just simply want to get up off the ground.
Right.
That's all I got right there.
Right. And it's so funny that you say that, because the other thing that he did, as I was speaking with him, when he got ready to walk away, he was going to give me a fist bump. But instead of me doing a fist bump, I asked him, could I shake his hand?
Wow.
And he was like, even that. He said, most people don't want to touch me.
See? Come on.
And I was like, honey, I said, it's called soap and water if I need to go wash my hand off.
Exactly.
It ain't that hard. I said, and I got sanitizing wipes. It ain't that hard. I said, but no, I didn't want to do it if I had to shake your hand. And he was just like, yeah, you just made me feel like I was actually somebody.
Yes,
like,
that's
it. Right there.
The biggest takeaway, he was like, because that's not what people want to do. He was like, everybody else makes me feel like I'm a disease. They make me feel like there's something wrong with me.
That's right.
I said, no, there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with them, though.
That's right.
Amen.
You know, and he just looked at my face, and then he was just like, I'm so glad that I met you. I said, no, I'm so glad that I met you.
Amen.
I said, now I need you to go get out of this cold because you have on no coat. Please go get out of this weather.
My God.
I said, and I pray that when I see you next time, your situation has changed.
Amen.
And he was just like, you have a wonderful. I said, no, you have a wonderful night. He said, and I am. And just walk and walk.
Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
He had the biggest smile on his face when he walked away. And I said, you know what? I said, this man just he felt like what he had just got was an early Christmas gift.
That's what he felt like.
When we walk around like we got it all together, in a blink of an eye, our situation can change.
Right.
It sure can.
So true.
And when people look at other people like that, you look down on them. First of all, you don't even know the situation that led to them being that way.
You don't even know the circumstances. Come on, sis.
Don't know the circumstances, but you got the audacity to turn your nose down.
Exactly.
Come on.
Because they don't have what you have. Who are you? Ain't even a word. How dare you is more like it. You know,
yes.
It's just a thought of that situation to me. But I just really felt like I met somebody that was going to be different when I see him again.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
so,
I believe that.
And I truly believe that God is going to do something great with him.
Amen.
Yeah.
Because of how he is.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was already talking about how he was going to take like the snacks that I had got for him and share them with somebody else.
Oh.
And that was like he was like, I know that to me it might not be much, He said, but I'm gonna go share this with somebody else.
Mm,
And
Jesus.
it's just the takeaway of him taking
Yeah.
what he was just given.
that's right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it might be little, and it might be
Yeah.
all I'm gonna have for the next couple of days, but I'm gonna share this
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with somebody else so that they can eat too.
Amen.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't even do that in the world that we in.
Right.
We can't think
We
that,
can't
okay,
and don't.
well, it's enough out here for all of us to eat. No, we too busy thinking each other competition.
Right. That's
Come on.
that right there.
Let's get
And all he wanted to do was make sure that everybody could eat.
Mm-hmm.
That it's so much that I took from this dude in that little bit of time that we talked
Mm-hmm.
that
And
I was just sitting there like,
he's sharing out of his last.
that's it. He even said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat again in the next few days.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna
Jesus.
share what I got.
Right.
That was his exact words. But
Powerful.
we got houses full of food.
And
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah.
share.
But what do we do? What do we do?
Covet.
Come on, man. Like it's just like this dude.
And you know what else is? You don't know what his prayer might have been
Exactly.
when you showed up.
Exactly.
He literally petitioned the Lord. Like, you know what? Now look here. If you are who you say you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you see me where I am, I'm gonna need you to send somebody through here
That's
to
right.
remind me that you haven't forgotten about me. That's why it's so important to obey.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you had not rolled your window down, and if you had not, operated in the way that you did, you don't know what that man asked God for
Mm-hmm.
just before he saw you, or yesterday, or 2 days ago. We don't
That's
know
right.
what people's prayers are that leads us to our assignment.
That's right.
In that moment, you in that parking spot, at that store, in that moment that he was there. God makes zero mistakes.
No, and
And
that's
there's
right.
so many lessons learned in this situation. This thing will preach.
Yes,
I
it would.
just want to get up off the ground.
That's it.
It will preach,
That's
Coco.
Honey.
Oh
Like
my
I said,
God. And
his whole conversation was profound to me. It's the fact that he stood outside my door where I wanted to let him sit in the car because I was in the heat. He stood outside my door for at least 15, 20 minutes just having this conversation with me.
Wow.
And the whole time he had the biggest smile on his face. And that was my takeaway from that. It's like, God, this dude is in this situation, but his smile is bigger than mine.
But also
Why? Because you made something happen for him.
right. And also the word tell you to be careful how you entertain strangers because they may be angels unaware. And that was your pouring right there. You was giving of yourself a little bit, but he was pouring back so much more into you. So it's just a blessing.
And what about the power of conversation? When people see
that's what I
homeless
mean.
people, assume that they have no intellectual capacity, that they're stupid, dumb. You did this to yourself. You're a low life. You just having that dialogue, that exchange with him could have restored his dignity in that moment. Like, I might be homeless, but I ain't stupid.
That's right.
I'm a human being. I can have intellectually stimulating conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And not
So
only
you don't know what that did for him too.
Right. And the biggest thing was when he said, when I asked him for the handshake, when he was like, most people won't touch me.
Mm-hmm.
Human touch.
And I was
That's
like,
it.
honey, I can wipe my hands later. Don't.
Jesus.
He was like, most people won't even touch me. He said they make me feel like I'm a disease or something.
Right.
He said, but you actually asked to shake my hand like I'm somebody.
Exactly.
Like I'm somebody. Yes,
but
sir,
you are somebody.
You are.
And are. And are.
Right, that's what I said to him. I said, but you are somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And then
Jesus.
before he could go, even after I told him to go get out of the cold, he said, "I gotta go make my bed." And I said, "Hey," I
Oh,
said, "Yeah," I said, "Don't that
Yes.
sound?"
make
I
your
said, "Don't
bed.
that sound good for you to say that you can go make your bed?"
Yes.
And then he was like, "I gotta go
Make
make my
that bed,
bed."
brother.
Right. And he was like, "I gotta go make my bed," and he smiled even bigger. I said, "Well,
Woo.
you know what?" I said, "You always remember."
Thank
I
you for
said,
giving him
"Always
a
remember
bed,
this."
Lord.
I said, "Because one thing that nobody can take away from you is that you are a king's kid."
That's right.
Oh,
I said, "So
yes.
you
That's
are you
right.
always gonna be somebody." And
Yes.
Always.
when I said that to him, he said, "Now you have a
Woo.
good night." I said, "No, you have a wonderful night." And he said,
Hmm.
"I am,"
Come on.
and walked away. And I
Come
mean,
on.
and
Yes.
it was just like the spunk. And then he was just, I
Yes.
mean, and when he rode away on
Yes.
his bike, carrying his bed,
Yes.
it was just like he was. It was a whole nother thing, and I was just
Hmm.
He
like,
was
well.
renewed. He was renewed.
Yes.
I said,
That
"Lord,
was
you
a
always know what you
renewal.
do."
A renewal,
Exactly.
a revival, a replenishing of his dignity. He is somebody and he needed that moment. Like, not
That
everyone gonna
was
treat you
me.
like that. Woo!
Exactly. Exactly.
Glory to God.
And so that was just awesome for me, you know. And I was just like, yeah, I got to wash my hands, but I ain't worried about that. That's the least thing I'm worried about, honey.
Right.
So,
Right,
you know,
right.
and it like I said, it just did something to me, y'all. So, you know, and that's one of the biggest things for me is I that's the area that I love to give back the most
Hmm.
when it comes
Mhm.
down to homeless
Hmm.
people that
Yes,
are in shelter. That's
Right.
the area where I love to give back because
yes,
that area in my life is very important to me. So, you know,
yes,
like I said, you know, to God be the glory.
Yes.
God say the same. I'm going to be able to do what I want to do
Hmm.
concerning that
yes,
situation. So, you know,
Exactly.
I'm just waiting to watch him move, and however he gonna move,
yes.
I'm just blessed.
And that
Exactly.
confirmation that you're going to be able to do it and you're going to
Yes.
be healthy to do it
Yeah,
and be able to do it
Right there.
strength and stamina, that is decreed and declared in the name of
In
Jesus
the name of
because there
Jesus.
is
amen.
work to be done, and you have to have the capacity to be able
To
to
do
To be
it.
able
flow
to
in
do it.
that gift
Hmm.
without feeling sick, without having to take a break. So that
Exactly.
confirmation was right on time to let you know you ain't out here alone.
That's
And
right.
and like I said, I didn't even say a word. And I did say
My
it out
God.
verbally out my mouth. And I got home and got on her live, and she just said, "Coco, the Lord told me to tell you that whatever you try to do, He finna make it happen for you." Because
Bless
He
the
said that
Lord.
what you try to do is such in a large capacity that is not about you. And when she said it, I was just looking at her on the screen like, I ain't
Come
even
on.
verbally say it out my. I just thought it. I ain't even verbally say it out my mouth.
Hmm.
Holy
And I
Ghost.
get home, I come in my house, not even 10 minutes later, there she go. Like, okay,
God is moving suddenly.
okay. Like, okay,
He
God,
is.
I
He
hear
is.
you.
That's it.
So, you know, and then like I
You
said,
better
that just
launch,
ties
girl. You better launch.
That's
right,
it.
and it just ties into the topic of launching it.
Hmm.
So since we having this conversation and we going with y'all already know we go with no dialogue. So Quint and LHD, it don't matter who goes first. You tell me what comes to your mind when you hear the word say launch into the deep.
When I hear the word say launch into the deep, I look at God saying, what is it? What's your passion? What is it that you're going after? What do you need me to do in your current situation, in your next, in your now? What do you need me to do? I need you to let me know. And you just go out there and you walk by faith. You don't look at anything that's not happening. Because once you launch, once you look at the bigger picture, once you step out on faith, I'm going to take care of everything that you need. Just launch it. Just tell me. Just be honest with me. It's like him pleading, go do it and do it this way. All you got to do is take that one step. But hear me when I tell you.
Yeah, that's the important part.
Exactly. Hear me. Hear exactly how I tell you to do it and be strategic about it. I'm telling you might be doing it this way, but I'm telling you to do it this way. And I'm gonna make it happen for you. But you gotta hear. So that's what I get out of it. I don't have a long drawn out explanation, but that's what I get out of it when he tells me to launch into the deep. I'm jumping in with everything because you're gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fear. I'm gonna take that risk because just because you told me to do it.
Mhm.
So
LAG.
You know, I got to break this thing down
Go ahead and break
because
it
I
down.
mulled over it. I mulled over it in my head because this was the song. There was a song called "Launch Out into the Deep" by, what is the guy's name? He was a real popular worship artist back in the day. He can't think of his name, but this was the song that our pastor at the time played during our business seminars. Like, okay, it's that time. Launch out into the deep. So when I then the image came to me that launch, he didn't just say go out into the deep, step into the deep. There's a little bit of strength in a launch.
mhm,
Right.
It's almost like a push. It's almost like a, put some elbow grease and
mhm,
get on out there when you're
exactly.
launching. It's like you might even rear it back and look like a slingshot
Mhm,
and just like a cannonball. Like I think to me the word launch is like a rocket ship,
mhm.
Right.
and they count down
It's
10,
power.
9, 8.
Right.
It's some power.
Yes.
It's some power to that. And sometimes in our own might, you feel powerless.
Mhm.
Lord, I tried this before.
Right.
I wrote the business plan. I've done this before. I've
Mhm.
in this area before with these people before in
Mhm.
this same community, and it didn't work.
Right.
Okay. So he's saying, go a little further, go a little deeper.
Mhm.
But and I'm gonna say I'm glad that I think it was Simon took the happy path. He said, okay, but I'm gonna be honest. LAG probably like, what you talking about, Willis? Did you not just hear? Hey, I've been here before,
Mhm.
wrecked my brain, lost my edges, got all kind of attitudes. Are you sure? You mean you don't want me to go way down there? You saying just go deeper right over in here?
Just
I
right
mean,
there.
I probably would have a little side eye. And when I thought about it, I said, Latanya, could it be that sometimes we don't always trust God the way our mouth says we
Come
do?
on.
Mhm.
Come on.
It's so easy to just let that roll. Oh, I trust him. Oh, yes, I do. I'm a soldier in his army. I'm marching towards my destiny. Oh, Jesus. We got a squall with it. But when it comes to time to prove it, and you in a season such as I, where I'm
Mhm.
feeling a little like, for real? Is this how you don't like me? And when you say launch out into the deep, that's saying to me, don't just go surface LHG.
To push past it.
Yeah, because with the qualifications say, they want you to have this, this, and this, and you're gonna match it up based upon what you know.
Mhm.
But launching out into the deep says, I may not have 75% of these qualifications, but if you told me to apply, Lord, what do I have to lose?
Mhm.
And maybe, just maybe, because your hand is upon it and me, we're going to collide.
That's
Mhm.
it.
So while I might have applied for that position 4 or 5 more times, and if he says, do it again, you got it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I have to trust that. Because if I don't do it, I'm going to live in a place of regret and
Mhm.
start to see other people doing the stuff that was in my mind to do.
Exactly.
And we do that. Fear is such kryptonite.
Yep.
It erodes us to the core. And we all have different fears. I have a fear of large bodies of water, whereas Coco may dive and be swimming real good.
And will.
We have different.
I'm with you, LHG.
For me, I'm good. I shower, a good bath, maybe a
That's
kick in
it.
the splash pool.
That's it.
I'm out. But when you are launching yourself, I can visually see myself moving like a rocket past the fears. Not even paying attention that I'm over water. I'm in water. Not even worried about that because I'm so focused because simply the Lord said to do it. That has got to be enough.
That's it. Right
and when
there.
that's not enough and we go asking people, girl, should I buy this house? Girl, not in that neighborhood. Girl, should I? They will talk you out of what God already told you to do. And why you even ask anyway if you trust the God in you and you heard his voice?
You better preach.
You heard him. Why you even having these sidebars?
Preach.
These other little distraction conversations when he done already said, here is the vision. I need you to go right here.
Right there.
And go there. And I guarantee you're going to find fish you ain't never heard of. You done heard of perch and whiting and catfish. Baby, it's some stuff up in the deep that nobody know about. I didn't tell them to go. I told you to go. And this hit me. It hit me hard. And normally when Coco say, come on, it's about to be for me. Took my eyelashes off last night. I already knew. I said, Lord, what you about to do? Because no, I already know. Let me get these lashes off and be ready. What's expected? But sometimes you gotta go up under something where don't nobody else, they might be scared to do that. But wasn't nothing there last time. And I tell my daughter, can you go find someone? Well, I looked for it and I didn't see it. But she don't look for stuff. I know how to turn and I'm more calm. I may walk right up to it and say, see, here it is. God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. We have to stop putting Jesus in the same intellectual level of us.
That's right.
So yeah, you might have tried this before, and even in the trying, it works patience. Even in the trying, it builds stamina. Even in the trying, you're growing because you're God's child. So now that you are ready to go deeper, because I don't think he'll launch you if you ain't ready. I just don't think he would do you like that. Talk me that. You must be ready.
Wait, LHG, you know what I thought of? Look, you know what I thought of? Like when you out there at a pool party and your friends decide to just throw you in the pool. You're not ready, but you got to go. You either gonna sink or you gonna swim. What is it gonna be?
Go.
Right.
You don't have no choice.
Right. What you gonna do?
Get ready.
Right.
What you gonna do? You out here now. You out here
exactly.
now. And I personally want everything that God has for me.
Yes.
It is beyond me.
Right.
He has something greater than my mind can even conceive. My mind can only go so far.
That's it.
I can be educated in whatever, have a degree of whatever, whenever. I still can't trust what God has. I may never fathom what he has down deep for me. And then when I get down deep and it's so much, I gotta go say, hey, Quint, Coco, bring your boats. Because I don't want this to be just for me. We gonna all have a fish fry tonight, baby. You gonna all eat good tonight. gonna all have a good party tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I go get my sisters to come on, y'all. The Lord been blessed. And it reminds me what Coco said earlier. Sometimes the wrong kind of person finding all that good fish. No, I want for myself.
Right.
I ain't calling Pookie or Ray Ray. No.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't fit in my boat, it just don't make it. I want to be able to enjoy God with my peeps. We gonna all eat these good fish. Let that net catch whatever it's gonna catch, and guess what? When that net is cast down, you don't know what's gonna come up. Are you ready for that?
Right.
Are you? Because you know that net gonna pull up all kinds of stuff. It's going down deep in the water. It's going down deep. What's gonna come up may not look like you, may not talk like you, may not believe like you. Are you ready for that assignment?
That's right. That's right.
Because you don't know what's down deep because you ain't been that deep before.
Exactly.
Right.
So let's launch it out. Let's see what it brings back. God has equipped us to handle whatever comes in that net.
That's
casting
right.
out fear, knowing that He placed this assignment in us for us to move forward. We got it. We got it.
Exactly.
Be ready. It may look a little different from what you're used to. It ain't traditional no more. It may be some fish you ain't never seen with a bunch of bones. Clean that bad boy and fillet that bad boy and keep on smacking.
That's it.
Stop worrying about what I don't know about this fish. I ain't never seen this kind of fish. I don't know. Honey, you cast down your whole net.
Exactly.
This will come back.
That's it.
Stop trying to be in control.
That's
Stop trying to control will come back in the net.
Right.
Stop it. He said, drown in the deep.
I think one of our biggest issues, right. I think one of our biggest issues is giving him full control. Because we think that if we give God full control, that it ain't gonna be what we want it to be. That we gotta lose something in the midst of giving him control. My thing is you're gonna lose something if you don't give him control. So
a whole lot more.
Right. And you gain more when you give him full control than what you feel like you're gonna lose.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. And a lot of people don't catch that. They don't check that out at all. And I think that that's where the misconception about becoming saved and living for God comes in, is that we feel like when we get saved, we're losing something. Instead of feeling like I just gained so much.
Yes. So much more.
I already had. You know what I mean? And I gotta read this scripture, y'all. I'm still talking about Luke 5, but this is going when LXG was talking about casting nets. If you don't know nothing about this chapter, this is the reason why I'm telling you to go read it, right? So in verse 2, no, I'm gonna just read it from starting at 1. It says, and it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret and saw 2 ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them as they were washing their nets. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out from the land just a little. And he sat down and he taught people out of the ship. Now, when he had left speaking, he said to Simon, launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a draught. And Simon answered him, saying, Master, we have toiled all night and have taken nothing in. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. And then when he had done this, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, so many fish that their nets were about to break. And they beckoned unto partners which were in other ships, that they should come and help them. And they came and filled both ships so that they began to sink. That's how much came in the net that it was sinking the boats. Now, okay, you catch where I'm going? When Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, "Depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Lord." For he was astonished at all that were in him, and that the draughts of fishes which they had taken in. And so also was James and John, the sons of John, the sons of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Jesus said unto them, "Fear not, from henceforth thou shalt catch men." And when they had brought their ships to land, they forsook all and followed him. Okay. So did you catch what happened when he told them to let down the nets? Now, the first thing they come with, we've been out here all night and we ain't catch nothing.
Exactly.
He's telling us to let down our nets in the same place where we already ain't got nothing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So then he said, "I just need you to listen to me. Let your nets down.
Hear me.
Again. They hear me part. And let your net down again." It was so many fish that the net almost broke. He had to call for help from other people. And then when both of them put fish in the boat, it was so many fish on the boat that it almost sank both ships. So can you imagine launching yourself out into the deep and he send you such an influx that you don't even know what to do with it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, hold on, wait a minute. I gotta get somebody. I gotta call somebody else to help me. Hold that thought. And you get other people involved to help you with what he sent you out to do. This is why I don't understand, and it just behooves me
from nothing.
Right, and it behooves me that we got this crab in the barrel mentality.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Like we can't pull, can't pull this person here, and we supposed to be able to work with each other. And we that's something that we refuse to do. And then when you see somebody else, support. Support don't always mean you got to pay anything.
Exactly.
Showing up is support.
Exactly.
That's right.
Sometimes all a person wants you to do is show up.
Show your face. That's it.
Show up.
That's it. Sometimes that's all.
You might get a fish. Just show up.
That part. That part.
I just need you to show up.
Just show up.
And sometimes that's what God is saying too. I done told you 1,000 times. Now what I need you to do is show up at the location I told you to be at. Can you show up?
That's it.
I just need you to show up at the location. If you show up at the location of hints that I am sending you to, it'll change your life.
That's right.
But I need you to show up.
Just show up.
Yes.
And that's the biggest part.
Just show up.
I don't have a selfish moment.
Me either.
I always think about somebody else. And sometimes people that know me and know me well and love me tell me that's one of my downfalls. To them, it's a downfall.
Right.
Because they feel like I'm always the one that gets hurt because I care about people too much. At the end of the day, it may be true, but I can't change who I am.
Yeah.
Right?
At all.
So even with that, I still continue to do what I do. Right. And in the midst of that, when I'm doing what I'm doing, Quint can tell you, LHG can tell you, and she just now learning me for herself, that even in the midst of me doing what I do, what do I do? Yo, Quint, I need you to do da 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 so that my life has destiny can have da 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 da. Is that not what I do?
Yep.
LHG. Hey, LHG, look, I know that look, the Lord told me to contact you to blah 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 blah. And where is she at now? She's a part of Trailblazers doing her critical conversation. And this is something that I didn't even know that the Lord had already laid upon her until later on down the line. So, when you help somebody else fulfill what they're trying to do, it don't take much to help somebody else complete a vision.
That's right.
If we help each other complete each other's visions, nobody's vision would ever be broken.
Exactly.
Yes.
And, I was having a similar conversation with somebody. When it comes to us, our kind, we are so quick to be in competition. But when it comes to other nationalities, they will come
Yes.
together to live together. It could be 10 people in the house, they paying $5 each a month and they saving everything else. Like
Right,
we coming together to make this work on our behalf. And then later on, all of us will have businesses. All of us will have cars. All of us will have houses. Not one person is going to lack for anything.
right,
Everybody is going to have something to do to help somebody else. And guess what? Nobody's going to suffer.
right,
We're not going to have to live check to check. We're going to buy up blocks. And
right.
then we get
Come on,
mad.
strategy.
We
And we
get
we get mad.
mad.
We get mad when we see them with it.
Exactly. What are you mad at? You didn't want to come together. And when you tried to come together, now jealousy done set in. Now envy done set in.
Right.
What you jealous
Yep.
of? What you envious of? When my sister told me that she had some things going on, and when she told me what it was, I was like, how can I support? Do I need to show up that day? I'm like, I'm proud. When I say I was just so proud of her, I couldn't even stop smiling. How proud I am of her because God is opening up doors and we've been saying it and he's doing it suddenly. We've been saying it's an open heaven. What are you waiting
Yes.
for? Why
Right.
won't you cast your net? Why are you fearful? You have everything you need in this season. Okay, I'm
Right.
getting passionate, but you have everything you need in this season right now.
That's
All
it.
you got to do is open your eyes and see the resources. See the
Yeah.
resources. They right
But we
at
don't
your
want to do
fingertips.
that.
That's the problem.
Yep. We don't want
That's
to.
It
the
We
does.
don't want to
problem.
research. We don't want to educate ourselves. We don't want to do any legwork, and we don't want you to do it either. We would rather be
Right.
insecure in ourselves and nobody
Mhm.
have it than to see you have it. And we keep God
Man,
in such a
you
small. You can
have
bless
no
all of us
idea.
and give us all a bunch of fish.
Right.
That's it.
And
That's
we sitting
it.
back talking about we trying. You're not trying. You
You ain't
procrastinate.
trying.
You're not
You
even moving. I always tell people trying is a cop out. Go
that's
do
it.
it because you could say you trying and not
Come
get up off
on.
your behind. But I'm trying. No, you're not. You didn't
Right.
do anything. If I, that's like saying I'm gonna go try to cook some
Right.
dinner. No, get up and go cook some
And go cook
dinner.
a dinner. What you mean you gonna try?
You got the work.
Yes.
You don't gotta try. Just do. I love Nike. Just do it.
I
Do
guess
it
I guess
now.
I guess
Just
the people
do
that
it.
say they gonna go try to go cook a meal, they gonna put a pack of oodles and noodles on the stove, and that's what it's gonna be.
Exactly. But you
We
still
we, we
you
always gotta we always gotta take a cop out.
exactly. It's
But
a cop
that's the
out.
thing. We always like to take the cop out. We want this easy way out, this easy way of doing it, and ain't nothing about life easy at all. At the
Exactly.
end of the day, especially not business.
Mhm.
Business will never be easy. I
Right.
don't care if you a millionaire. When you flourish and you got more money, you got more problems.
Mhm. That's
So it
right.
still will never be easy.
That's right.
Business is not gonna be easy. You're gonna have to tell people, I'm sorry, this ain't free.
Right.
If you need this from me, there's a cost behind it.
There is a cost
Because free don't pay your bills.
at all. And you have to take a
Yes.
risk.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
like saying, okay, when I was writing my book, okay, I'm trying to go write my book. Excuse you? No. You know what I had to do? I had to set up my vision board. I had to put some dates by it as to when I
Yes.
need to have this book published. I had to go in a quiet space and say, Lord, give me the words. I had to get me my computer and start typing. Some people start writing, I start typing. I
Right.
had to do what I needed to do to get this book going. For the second book, I had to pre release that book because I sat it down for almost a year and didn't want to pick it back up. You have to write the vision and make it
Wow.
plain. You have to
Mhm.
launch out in the deep. You have to take the risk. The only failure is not doing.
Right.
The only failure is me saying I'm trying to do this and not moving. I'm sitting in front of the TV or I'm on the phone. I'm doing everything not to prosper because I walk in fear. And God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. Some of us fear success.
Mhm.
So we could say we trying all
That's
day and we
right.
got everything we need. We got the assets, we got the cash, we have everything. We have the credit, we have favor. And guess what? We
Right.
still won't get up and do a thing. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, well, let's start there. Let's start with, who are you? If I asked you the question, if I said LHG, who are you? And then I say, now what's your passion? What can you tell
Mm.
me? Because we need to start there. We need to
Right.
figure out who you
Yeah.
are. We need to figure out what your
Yes.
passion is. We need to cultivate that thing and let you run with it.
And one of the biggest things
Yes.
is one of the biggest things that I always do is I say, okay, you say you know who God is, right? So what did he tell you?
Exactly.
So what did he tell
Mm.
you? What
Right.
has he told you? If you say that you know him and you say you know when he talking to you, what did he tell you? And why are you not doing what he told you?
Hmm.
And only you can answer that,
That's it.
right? That's the biggest things. I know that and in life, let me tell y'all something. The other part about launching into the deep is stop feeling like somebody else has to come along and validate you.
Right.
If God already did the
Woo.
validation, God has done the validating. He said, okay, you good
Woo.
enough. Okay, I need you to go out here and do what you got to do.
You can
Or
go.
He
feeling like
already gave
somebody
you,
owed me
That's
he
right.
gave
something.
you the validation. He gave you the validation by giving you the go ahead.
Exactly.
So you don't need nobody
Yeah.
else's validation.
No.
Everybody else,
Right.
it don't even matter.
And get out the
Right.
mentality that somebody owe you something. Go after what you're supposed to have. What God has for you is for you. Nobody, this world don't owe you
Right.
anything at all. Stop saying, "Oh well, they said." Who is they? Who are they? I hate when people say that to
Wow.
me. You are they. That's the problem right there. You are your worst enemy.
Mm.
You
Is
are
how
the days.
is how you feel about yourself. It's the things you speak upon yourself. All of that is what matters. Because
Exactly.
if you are speaking your own downfall, there's a
That's
problem.
what. Mm-hmm.
Because you'll never be able to get
It's a
past.
response
You'll
that
never
comes
be able to get past.
up.
Right. Go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
LSD.
That's a
Yeah.
traumatic, that's a trauma response.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you need validation and you are looking at it to where you need someone to say, it's okay, go ahead. When you deal with trauma, sometimes you put God in the midst of that. You see God like you see people. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Gather. He has need. You don't need to go back and ask Uncle so and so and Auntie so and so, is it okay if
Right.
God said go ahead and do it, he's gonna feel the need, and whatever deficits you had in your life getting to this point, he'll feel that too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Motherless father was, he'll be all of that. So don't think God is gonna fail you like people did.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
He won't.
And see, that's the
Won't.
thing. We like to put him in the same
Mm.
category as people,
Mm.
but we can't.
Sure
Reason
can.
why, the main reason why we can't,
Yeah.
God is dependable. People ain't.
That's right.
He dependable. He
That's
he
right.
gonna he gonna always.
Yep.
He may not come when you want him, but like the song say, he is always on time. And people are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Always
We,
on
we show
time.
up late. We
Yep,
show up late
that's
trying to
right.
make dramatic entrances. You catch what I'm saying?
Yes.
You gotta get out of that. And we show up late and
I'm
gotta be
here.
right. Gotta let everybody know that you just walked in the room. Don't nobody care.
Hey y'all. How you doing?
Right.
Sit
Right.
yourself down somewhere.
That's
Hey,
it.
girl, hey.
Yeah, you come in and you just mm-mm,
Just sit
mm-mm. When
down.
when I'm invited to stuff, and Quint will tell you because we've mostly been together when I go to something. I walk in just as humble and quiet as
Exactly.
possible, but they won't let me be. They won't let me stay that way. Like
Let me be
I be like,
great.
can I just want to sit right here. No, we were told to bring you up here. Okay, fine. So it's just like one of them things where you can't get away from certain things with certain
Right.
people. But when you walk, hey, and I be just like this,
That's it.
and
How
I
y'all
don't say
doing?
nothing because I don't be trying, especially church situations. You try to go
Mm-hmm.
sit down, but they're like, and you
Mm-hmm.
still trying to go sit down, right? And so it's just like one of them situations, like just want to go sit over there, you know.
Right.
But that be it. But you have to know, like we can't do that with one another. You know what I'm saying? Quint know if I can't come is because I don't feel well. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? And it's vice versa with her. I know if she can't get to me, it's one or two reasons why she can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at the end of the day, it's not about especially something that I know is going to change the trajectory of her life. If I know that I'm in a way where I can't physically drive, Quint, I want to be there, but you might have to come get me because I can't
Mm-hmm.
drive. And she would
Exactly.
come. I know she would come and get me.
Mm-hmm.
So that wouldn't be the issue. But we have to be able to show up
Exactly.
when we're needed to show up.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's
yes,
not gonna always
yes.
be that I need you to pay anything. What I need from you is your presence.
Your
Right.
That's it.
presence.
Just your presence alone. I
And it
Yes.
just
don't
to
cost
show
anything.
up. That's it.
It don't cost you
Yes.
anything.
Anything but time. That's
That's
it.
it. And look, you don't even have to stay.
Yeah.
Right. Just show up. Let me know that you came. And if you
Mm-hmm.
gotta
Show
go,
up.
go.
You
But
be
it's the fact that you showed
see you
up.
later. I, I'm here.
That's it.
I'm
I'm
here.
Yes.
here.
All right. See you
Stop
later.
in, take a selfie with me, and go watch
Exactly.
something. And if you got to go,
Exactly.
I get it. I get it. But
Mm-hmm.
just show up.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
And then
it.
Show
that's
up.
what God is trying to do for us. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
look, I gave you the GPS
Mhm.
location. I need you to show up
That's it.
Yes.
at the location that I'm sending you to.
Mm-hmm.
If you can show up,
Right there.
everything will change.
Right there.
But can you show up for me first?
That's it.
Yes.
Do you know how many times that we tell the Lord,
My
you know
God.
how many times we promise God we're gonna do something, and a lot of times we never fulfill that promise.
Hmm.
And the Bible tells you that it's better not to make a promise than to make one and break it.
That's right.
It tells you that. So we need to stop doing that.
Amen.
Stop feeling like we can play a wager game with God and say, okay, God, if you do this, this is
I'll
what
do
I'm
this.
gonna do. You sound like the man that he gave the talents to that
Yep.
knew he was finna go bury it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what are we doing here?
Mhm.
I don't want to keep burying what you have placed in me. Because if I
Exactly.
keep it buried, nothing will never grow from it.
Nothing.
You know what
Nothing.
I'm saying? And the man
Never.
with the talents
Yep.
didn't
That's
understand
right.
that. The man with the talents felt like, well, oh, okay, if I keep walking around with it, somebody's gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
I might even lose it if I walk around with it.
Hmm.
He didn't once think, well, let me go invest it over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I could get this back in return.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He never thought about that
Mm-hmm.
to help himself and to help somebody else by investing in them.
Exactly.
This is the thing. If we it's three of
Yes.
us on the screen. It's three of us on the screen. If each of us invested in what each other had going on,
Mm-hmm.
not going on, that's an investment into somebody else that you know there's going to
Mhm.
be a return.
Yeah.
Why you know it's going to be a return? If I invest into LAG paparazzi, it just made a profit for her.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did it make a profit for her, the what I get in return is I get some bling.
Mm-hmm.
That's my return on the investment I made.
Yes.
If
Mm-hmm.
LHG
Absolutely right.
invest in the
Yes.
tent by buying something from her, okay, what she gonna get in return? whatever that product was.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no losing out on the investment because she
Exactly.
still received the product,
That's right.
right? And sometimes with LHG, she sends you out
Yes,
more than what you paid for. I know the first time I
it's
purchased from her,
true.
she sent me out a free gift on
Mm-hmm.
top of what I ordered from her. So I got more back than what I
Mhm.
invested.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So how often does God give us all of these gifts and talents,
Mm-hmm.
and there is no return on his investment whatsoever because you ain't doing nothing with none of what he gave?
Right.
If he sat back and he was like a bank, honey, a lot of us would be broke.
Mm-hmm.
You catch what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no return on what he has given to you.
Exactly.
Think about that.
Right.
If you looked at him like he
Mhm.
was a financial planner, and he gave me this talent. He gave me 5 talents that I know he gave.
Mm-hmm.
But Lord, which one of these talents am I actually using for you?
Mm.
You
Which
catch what I'm
one?
saying?
Wow.
Like which one of the
Which
talents you gave
one?
me? Am I using any of them for you?
Hmm.
And when you start and actually start like deciphering it, some people ain't using none of what they gave for him.
Not one.
But
Not
you
one.
expect him to do so much. You catch what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But we expect him to do so much. We want him to make us great. But you can't even use none of the
Right.
talents he gave you for him.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to be so great.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Why would I make
And
you
let's
great?
talk about investments.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
So when you're investing in a friend's business or a friend's, goods and services, yes, you're going to get a tangible return, but there's also the intangible. You're investing in
Mm-hmm.
cultivating a connection
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
that really could have been divinely orchestrated to help you get to the next level.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So when you hold back the investment, you hurting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because I really my connections. I believe people are brought in together for very purposeful and mutually beneficial
Mm-hmm.
Right.
reasons. Each of
Exactly.
us brings something different to Trailblazers Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Each of us has a different expertise level. Some beginners like me, some been doing this thing for a while, but it would behoove me to stay connected because I get to learn from
Mm-hmm.
those who've been rocking out with this for way longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
So the investment it goes beyond the tangible. Oh yeah, you paid for it. You got your jewelry, you got your book, you got your
Mm-hmm.
your whatever we need to give you. But I also am saying to you that I want to remain connected to you because
Right.
I
Exactly.
value you.
You.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I
Right
value our
there.
relationship. I value our friendship. I value what you bring to me and what I
Mm-hmm.
can possibly give to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
we miss out. We losing good relationships over BS,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
over dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing out on really divine connections
Right.
over some really trivial stuff. And that's how the enemy tricks us out of our
Mm-hmm.
greater.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's right. Right there.
Yeah.
My God.
And that's so funny that you put that in there, that some people only value the dollar or their reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, honey, what reputation you got?
That part.
What reputation do you
That
feel like you
part
got?
right there.
What reputation do you feel like you got?
Right. What do
You
you feel like your
you
reputation is? And then we can tell you
right.
what it really is.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Because it ain't half of the people that think they got a reputation. It ain't even what they think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Not,
And if you were to
not.
do the poll and ask people what they thought, Honey,
Ask somebody. Ask a few somebodies.
do a poll and ask people what they think about you one day.
Mm-hmm. I could
Get
tell
the
you
real.
what they think about me.
Honey, I can tell you the same thing. Okay. And do a poll and ask somebody what they really feel about you one day.
Mm-hmm.
And see if you get the responses that you think you're gonna get.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You will be greatly surprised by
Yes.
some of the answers.
Yes.
That it ain't what you think. That's the reason why I say all the time. Where you think your standing is with people, it may not be what you
That's
think
right.
it is, honey.
That's
Nope.
right.
Nope.
That's right.
Your status says one thing on your page, but they status might be something different.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And you didn't even have to do anything to that person.
No.
Sometimes it's just them. And it's like, all right now.
They status is, oh, this my BFF. My status is, honey, you 1 minute for my finger hitting the block button.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like the what BFF?
Right.
Just block,
Right.
and unfollow and unfriend all at the same time.
That's it.
You thinking that
just
thinking that we here and we ain't.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
But that happens all the time where people thinking that, oh, I got you paid when you really ain't got me paid.
It happened to me.
You think you got me paid, baby? No, you can think that's what you got.
That part right there. It happened to me a couple times, few.
Like no.
Hey.
What you thinking is totally wrong, but I'm gonna let your mind stay right there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That lets me know your mind gonna stay right there. While the elevator still got to go to the penthouse, you gonna stay on the 4th floor.
Mm-hmm. But when you,
I'm just saying.
And this the thing. When these relationships take place the way they take place, when you thinking one thing and the other person thinking another, and them relationship gets severed, baby, leave them severed.
Leave them where they was.
Listen, some of us might have detachment issues. Some of us might have been using that person as a crutch. But listen, I'm telling you, when God severs that, or they sever that, let it go. Because they may have closed a door. For my birthday, Dr. K said, listen, some people close doors and they hindered themselves because they no longer have those prayers that you was praying for them. And when I say that thing hurt my heart, why? But I also said, because it hurt my heart because it was a confirmation. And the reason it was a confirmation because I said there's some that I can no longer pray for, and I don't anymore. And I told Coco this, and I was like, hey, certain things, certain people is no longer. They off that list of who I was praying for. And I don't have a problem with it. But it does hurt at times because some people were detrimental in my life. And it's like, dang, God, for real? Did that? Wait, I'm baffled. Like, literally, like, yo, this is crazy. But then it's like, all right, I got to do what I got to do.
What you gotta do.
And I got to keep it moving. And then there's no coming back from that. I could be cordial with you, but guess what? I don't have to do. I don't have to deal with you. And I forgave you. It's fine. But what was will never be again.
Right.
And it is what it is.
And
So
this is the thing. It's just like we are like God sees us like he sees plants, right? Plants have to be pruned.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And in the prudent stage, if you notice that even in the plant's life cycle,
Mm-hmm.
the dead stuff have to fall off,
Yes, it does.
right? And sometimes we don't look at life like that, but we are a cycle of life too. In that cycle of life, sometimes you pick up what I
Yeah,
call
we are.
you pick up what I call dead weight.
Mm-hmm.
In that dead weight, that dead weight can't stay with you forever.
That's right.
At some point in time, that dead weight gotta fall off,
That's right.
right? And whether you want it to fall off or it
Mhm.
remove itself, it gotta fall off.
It gotta go.
And so the whole time while you thinking that you and this other person can be on this type of level, maybe
Mm-hmm.
they can't go where you trying to go because they can't fathom the level that you got to be took to.
Exactly.
You know, and a lot of times we keep trying to bring everybody where we headed, and they can't go.
Exactly.
They can't. One, they can't go because that
They
level
can't
ain't meant for
go.
them.
Not
Two,
qualified.
they can't go because your atmosphere will stifle them.
That's right.
Okay, the atmospheres that God is moving some of us to, the people that we still trying to straggle along, if they got in
Mm-hmm.
that atmosphere, they suffocate
That's right.
because they not ready.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
this is where we have to understand that everybody can't go. Stop trying to pull everybody on your coattail.
Mm-hmm.
Because while you trying to pull,
Right.
God is
That's
like,
right.
no. If you try to take them where you at, baby, let me tell
No.
you what's gonna happen to them.
Hmm.
It ain't about you at that point. Let me tell
Mm-mm.
you what's gonna happen to them if you try
Right.
to bring them where you're going.
That's right.
And so in there, we have
Right.
to realize that it's just not meant for them.
That's right.
And it's okay.
That's right.
When they're at that point where they can get there, and we know, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn around and I'll come back and I'll help
Yeah.
you up. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back and
That's
I'll help
right.
you up, but right now I can't.
At all. Gotta
I
keep it
can't.
moving.
Mm-mm.
I can't.
And
I mean, the thing of it is, in all of my time, um, in all of my consulting years, I have tried to assist multiple people with jobs and resources here and there. But if you never listen to what I say, I'm one of them. I'm not gonna keep talking to a brick wall.
mm-mm. At all.
Mhm.
I'm gonna eventually stop talking and I'm gonna let you do whatever you're
Right.
gonna do.
Exactly.
Right? My consulting for you is over because you never listened in the first place.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So why even bother?
That's right.
So like
Right.
with that, you just have to walk away
Mm-hmm.
because when you're a consultant, that's exactly what you do.
That's it.
You consult,
And
and
move
you
forward.
figure that the person that you consult to is going to listen to something you said because that's
Mm-hmm.
what the whole meeting, the conversation was supposed to be about.
Right.
But when they don't listen and do nothing that you said, then there's nothing left for me to do because I have no real work here to do.
Mm-hmm.
How often do we make people and make things our assignments that we were never assigned to?
Right. That part.
And then
That's
we
right.
wonder why we so weighted down.
Hmm.
We weighted down because you took on assignments that weren't yours.
And sometimes you gotta recognize too when the
Woo.
assignment has shifted. If
Yeah,
that assignment shifted and that's no longer your
it's no longer
assignment,
your
it could
assignment.
have been your assignment for a season. And then the Lord said, you did what you needed to do.
Yes.
Now
Right,
move forward. I got
right.
something else for you to do. You got to let that go in your past. And look, another thing is when you let it go, it's not for you to talk about it. It's not for you to belittle. It's not for you to put it down. It's
Mm.
not for you. None of that. Because even in that, be careful when you put your mouth on people because they're still God's child.
Yep.
You
Yes.
don't do that to people,
Yes.
okay? Because you, and at that point, you can curse your own self.
Yeah.
So be
Most of
careful.
most of the time you do it ain't no you can.
The word said, touch not mine anointed and do my prophet no harm. Be careful with your mouth. Speak life over them people. Pray,
Most of the
not
time.
pray on them, pray for them. Be careful. Just saying. Just saying.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot when it comes down to the word that we take for granted.
Mhm.
And like the homeless man
Yes.
that I encountered today, and like the homeless man that I encountered tonight, it's a lot in life that we take for granted
Mhm.
as well.
So much.
And it's we act just like we got it. Baby, do you
Yes.
understand? Do you stand the relativity of how you can have it today, wake up in the morning and it not be there?
Mhm.
Prime example.
Woo.
There's a guy, and I think I might have told Queen about it. I might have did, but I told somebody about it. I was talking to somebody about it. There's a guy that was an investor. He still is. He had $215 billion. That was his investment portfolio. When we was having the elections that we just
Wow.
had a couple weeks ago, he woke up the next
Mm-hmm.
morning and was broke.
Mhm.
He went
Woo.
from being a $215, a 215 billionaire person to being broke in the tune of 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
He never pulled out
Wow.
a cent, never pulled out a dime. He left all of his money where it is. When he got up the next morning, all his money was gone. Why? Because
My
overnight,
God.
the stock that he had his money invested in tanked during the election overnight. And
Woo.
when it tanked,
Jesus.
he took all his money with it. The only thing
My
that he
Lord.
had that
My
kept him
Lord.
actually afloat, the only thing that kept him afloat was the fact that he had purchased two businesses. He still
Mm.
had those businesses. And if
Thank
it weren't for
God.
that, he would have nothing.
To God be the glory.
So this man went from having
Woo.
$215 billion to being broke in 24 hours.
Mhm.
Do not sit here and act like
Mm-mm.
we are any different.
That's right.
Right, like you are that. Come
That's
on.
right.
Come on. Yep.
Now, it's a blessing that you got what you got right now,
Mhm.
and you better continue to pray over that
Yes.
blessing
Mhm.
because
You
it can
better.
change in a blink of an eye.
That's right. That's right.
My God.
You catch what I'm saying? Don't
Woo.
Mhm.
sit here and act like you so hot. Ooh, high and mighty people.
That's right.
Don't act like you so high and mighty that you can't be brought down a peg or two.
That's right.
Because I can promise you, when he brings you
Jesus.
down, you ain't gonna like it.
That's right.
Ooh, baby. Not.
When you used to having everything at your fingertips, and now
Mhm.
you got to figure it out, you ain't gonna like it.
Mm.
When your
Wow.
salary changes and there's a salary decrease, you used to live in a certain type of way, but you got to
Woo.
change that because you don't make that no more.
Come on.
Mhm.
You don't like it.
That's right.
Jesus. Come on.
Mm.
Come on.
So there's a difference in everything that you do. That's
That's
the
right.
reason why I'm so glad that God put work in my hand.
Amen.
Because
Amen.
at the end of the
Yes.
day,
Yes.
at
Mhm.
the end of the day, the things I do with my hands, I feel like it has more value than a dollar any day.
Mhm. That's right.
Because the things I
Amen.
do with my hand come from my heart. It don't come from a dollar.
That's right.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
at the end of the day, you have to decide who you are as an individual.
That's right.
Who are you really? Are
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
you really what you give out to people every day, or are you somebody different that they just don't see? They just
Jesus.
looking at the cover.
Right.
They
Wow.
see the facade that you have given out.
Mhm.
But do they know the real you?
Jesus.
I tell people all the time, what you see is what you get.
That's
But
Wow.
when
it.
I tell you not to make me angry, I mean that.
That's right.
When I tell you
Don't
that
do it. Don't do it.
there's a side of me when I get mad that you ain't gonna
You
like and
don't
I ain't
want
gonna
it.
let it come out. I mean exactly what I say.
That's right.
Me too.
Mhm. You don't
I
want
can
it.
relate. I
You
can't
you
relate.
can
Me
get the nice sweet meat all the time. You can have that anytime at any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I promise you, if you swip the wrong flicks, then you hit the switch the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
all of that gonna go out the window.
Right.
Don't mistake my kindness for my weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not a weakling. Trust me
That's
when I
right.
tell you. So it's one of them things where
not at
you have to
all.
sit back and you have to ask people like who you are. And I've said it before, and I think we talked about it in one of our previous shows. When I say when people see you, what do they see?
That's right.
When people view you, what are they looking at?
Mm-hmm.
Are they looking at
Right.
God? Are they looking at God, or is your flesh always on display?
Hmm.
What are they looking at? And granted, you're not gonna be for everybody,
Right.
and that's okay. But
Mm-hmm.
the people that you are
That's
for,
true. And
you
that's
are for.
That's
okay.
right.
You're not
Yes.
for everybody.
Stick with them. Stick with them.
Everybody
Yes.
can't handle you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's cool.
That's it.
No,
You ain't meant to be handled by everybody anyway.
that is
That's
so
right.
cool. Right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
So the whole thing of it is what you
Yes.
need to tell the Lord is, Lord, send me to who I am meant to be for,
That's right.
and send the people that you
Yes.
got as
Come on.
assignment to
Amen.
me.
That's it.
Be specific.
Be
Send them to me,
specific.
Lord.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't want no
Yes.
struggle.
Mm-mm.
You catch what I'm saying? That's just like you said okay, but the straggler that come along got a whole bunch of imps with them.
Right.
I don't know. Send me who you got assigned to me,
Mm-hmm.
and wherever you need me to be sent, that's where I'll
Yes.
go.
That's the word.
Exactly.
That's where
Exactly.
I'll go. Come on.
You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
A lot of times, us as people, we talk about, oh, I want to expand my reach. How can you expand your reach when you won't even talk to your sister? Shut your face.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
The
Help us, Lord. Help us,
The
God.
Bible tells us that His greatest gift is love.
Love.
His
Yes.
biggest concept is love. But
Mm-hmm.
who
Yes.
you loving? Just the people you know?
Mm. That's it.
Is that the only love you can show? Is
That's
just to the
it.
people that you know, the people that you see all the time?
Mm-mm.
That's your way of love?
Right.
You can't love a stranger?
That's
Come
too
on.
much like right.
My Lord.
When you can't even tell your sister
Too
in
much
the
like
corner,
Jesus.
sis, I
Right.
love you. Right. If you can't
Mm-hmm.
tell your sister in the corner, sis, I love you. God love you. And because He made
Mm-hmm.
me the way I am,
Yes.
I ain't got no choice.
That's it.
Come on.
But all you want to do is
My
love on
God.
the people that supposedly love you. Negro, sit
Mm-hmm.
yourself down and take several seats.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not the right concept of love.
Right.
Several.
Hey,
Love,
Dad.
I don't love you today because, oh, you went out and bought me breakfast.
Right.
So I love you today, but I'm not going to love you tomorrow because you told me that you was broke now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't love you because I feel like
Wow.
you're a
Come
benefit
on.
package. No.
But some people do love like that. They
Right.
love off
You
of
love
what
on
I
people
can
for
do
what
for
they can do for
you.
you. That ain't
No,
love.
that's not love.
Yeah.
That ain't love. You a user.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to
Right.
call yourself one, I call you one tonight.
And they
Deal with
love when you agree with them.
Hey, oh,
Right.
Jesus.
Mhm.
And that's not love. You being
That's
a yes
not
man
love.
or your friends being yes men,
That's not
that is
love.
not
That's
love.
not
No,
love.
tell me when I'm
You're a
wrong.
user. You're a
Mhm.
user when you do that.
Right.
Yep.
I'm gonna love you regard. Do you know how many people have really
Yes.
done me dirty and I still love them?
That
Come
part.
on now.
That part.
And
Right
trust
there.
me, that
Come
was not of my will. That was not of my doing. That was God's doing. Because I
Exactly.
tell y'all all the time, I didn't like people.
Mm-hmm.
That was His doing. But when I opened my mouth
Yes,
and I
you
said,
do.
God, I need you to teach me how to love people the way you do.
Yeah.
He did just that.
Mm-hmm.
He did just that.
Mm-hmm.
He don't love with conditions.
Yeah.
Right.
If he
Yes.
loved with conditions, half of us will be
Glory
in hell.
to God.
That's right. That's right.
Truth be
You
told,
gotta sit back and think about that. If he loved with conditions, half of us will be on a slow fall to hell right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
At
if
least
you
yes,
look like, you
ma'am.
know what? Every time I turn around, you
Yes.
doing something I just can't do you today.
Right.
No. What did his word say? His word say, if you make your bed in what? I'll be right
Hell,
there with you.
he's right there with you.
And I'm there
He'll
too.
never leave you nor forsake you.
It says,
El-
The Bible say in Proverbs, would you lay your life down for a friend?
that part.
But the question is, who and what do you consider to be a friend?
Right. Right. Right
right.
there.
So it goes even deeper
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
because
It
your
does.
friends are just that. Your
Mm-hmm.
friends.
Exactly.
Does everybody get that title?
No.
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 Mm-mm.
No.
But you gotta sit back and you gotta think about where we are, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Where we give people, oh God, we give people titles that they don't deserve.
Exactly.
You didn't work for this title.
At all.
I
True.
don't even know how
Very
you
true.
got it.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
You didn't work to get here.
Mhm.
I don't even know how you got there.
Exactly.
Why,
But
why are we doing that?
people don't a lot of times they don't understand that. When I call you my sister, it's because you truly my sister. We've been there. You can tell me when I'm wrong. I can tell you when you wrong. We don't have falling outs, but sisters
No.
may have a falling out, but we
Yeah,
grown.
right. And we don't have falling out. We laugh at each
Exactly.
other.
Exactly. You know you was dead wrong for that. I got your back,
Yes.
but you know you was
Dead
all the way
wrong.
wrong for that. Just like I was talking to her the other day. I said, Coco, on the 18th and the 19th, for the 17th and the 18th, baby, you know you gonna get some inboxes because I'm about to act all the way up. So I sent her what I was gonna do, and she said, "Let me put in my phone. My sister lost her mind." Listen, I I know who I am. I know. I
Like
know
I
to
said,
not act up.
you gotta know who you dealing with. When you know who you dealing with, you adjust accordingly, right?
Exactly.
And that's the same thing. God has a lot of children. It's a whole lot of us down here in this wonderful place called Earth.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and He got a lot of children that He got to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Mhm.
But the funny part is, He knows all of us.
Exactly.
Why and how He created us.
Mhm. And
Okay,
he know this
He
precious
made sure
child.
that we was gonna be here. He already knew what was gonna happen when He put you here.
Exactly.
He knew you were gonna give Him a headache.
Yep. I sure do. And he know it. Every pastor I'm under, they get a headache. They every mentor they got. I'm consistent about mine. I'm consistent, but my heart is pure. And guess what ended up happening? She got them inboxes. People
Inboxes,
contacted her. They're not
inboxes,
contacting
and
me.
whole inboxes and whole phone calls. I don't know why. Like I just don't listen. Was I the one wearing the dress? No. How about you leave me be? Thank you. I appreciate it. Was it me in the photo? Did you see my face? No.
But
So okay,
you
so
know
why
what's
couldn't
funny?
me with it?
Let me tell you what's let me tell you what's funny about that dress, right? As long as I was standing up in that dress, right? Everybody complimented that dress. Everybody. When I sat down, now we got a problem. You see the double mindedness in that about that?
First of all, what I catch from certain things and certain comments that were made is, oh, okay, now the lustful part is coming out. You deal with your lustful side of yourself that you didn't want nobody to know you had, and we all gonna be good. Like it to me, my thing is this: you either liked it or you didn't. If you didn't, okay, fine.
That
But
part.
if you were too busy focusing on certain parts and you going deeper into the screen, you see next time something need to dart in your eyeball because you just look so close, and we're gonna see what happens after that. We're gonna see how you like it. Because it just behooves me that everything was cool until you saw a leg or a thigh. That must have been your weakness. Because that's
That
that's the
part.
only time you open your trap
That
at
part.
that point. So that lets you know, so you still need to be delivered. So go get yourself delivered. And then we'll come back and try this again. Get delivered. I need you to stop. Tell the Lord to deliver thighs and legs, and that the only thighs and legs you should like should be on the chicken. Okay?
Because that's
So,
all you saw was some thighs and
Hush.
legs.
What?
okay?
Everything else was completely covered. It's just like if I would have had some shorts on. Everything else was completely covered. All you saw was some thighs and legs. That's it. And some shoes.
People, as I stated, and for the ones that are listening right now and will listen to the replay, was it me in the photo? No. So stop inboxing me. I would so graciously appreciate it. Okay? That is not what you saw. Because trust and believe, these thighs and hams come out. Everybody gonna know. So this was not what it was. Okay? It was not me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know that is not my dilemma. All right. So I appreciate it, but I need y'all to focus all of that over there to Aquintus. Okay? Not right here. To Quint. Okay? All right. And now that she is off of her vacation, you can inbox her now. Thank you.
Y'all
I
can inbox
appreciate it.
me.
Okay.
But you might not like what you hear. But
Okay. So
y'all can
I so
inbox
appreciate
me.
y'all. But no, okay. And I know that half of the issue is the fact that some of y'all like, okay, well, didn't she call herself a leader? Didn't she call herself this? Whatever she called herself, she got to deal with whatever she do. Is it your business?
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
just saying, is it your business? Are you going to go stand before the Lord for her on her day? I don't think so. It is not okay. It's your time to be at the pearly gate, and we're going to invite a friend. It is not phone
That
a friend
part.
day because he's not going to let you do that.
And, and let me ask this. Is my anointing based off of the splits in my dress? Is my anointing based off what I wear? I'm just a little bit curious. Is that how you base people's anointing? Because
I think
at,
because people have a misconception of what they feel like
uh,
church folk should look
exactly,
like and how
exactly,
they should be and
exactly,
how they should act. It's a very big misconception about that.
exactly.
So, and I know that that's half of the problem.
Hmm.
My thing is I tell the folks, yes, I believe in the Lord, trust God, all that good stuff. I'm in church every time the doors open. Y'all already know my motto. I will give y'all the Lord every day. But there are also some times, like I told you, on a bad day, don't catch me in rare form because you might get my flesh that day. Okay? And on that day, that is not the prophetess talking to you. Okay? That's all I got to say. That's not her. That is
Exactly.
straight Coco from the hood talking to you. And what I want you to do is X yourself out my periphery. That's what that is. That is not, oh, how are you? God bless. No, that's not that time. And so you have to understand that we are human as well. And in our humanism, there may be things done that you don't like.
Exactly.
And that's where it comes in. You got these fixed sessions in your head that, oh yeah, you supposed to be this, you're supposed to be adorning yourself. No, Because you don't have to be a leader and dress like you 50.
Exactly.
You can still look very sharp and classy everywhere you
That's
go.
true.
Mhm.
You catch what I'm saying? Everybody that know me know I'm a
Absolutely.
maxi dress type. They know I'm a maxi dress type of girl.
Mhm.
So I will have all different types of maxis, looking all kind of way, but I look very dapper. I don't go nowhere looking like I'm a nun.
Exactly.
That is not my portion.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm just saying that's not how that's supposed to be. You get this one-sided thing in your mind and you take it somewhere and then you want to judge people off of it. You want to judge people off your dress, but are they judging people off your speech? Are you judging people off your
Ooh, come
words?
on.
No. Because your whole demeanor and your whole delivery is off all the time. But do anybody say anything to you about that?
Mm. But people of God, please, y'all leave my little big sister alone. Y'all could come straight to me, okay?
Yes.
Because
I
I
I,
did it.
I
I
so
and y'all know me to know that I am a very transparent person. And if you have a question about a thing, yes, I decided to do a photo shoot for my 47th birthday and I decided to have a good time with it. And guess what? For my 50th, I might be naked. Who knows,
it's
okay?
I can already tell y'all it's gonna be worse than that. So we're not even gonna go there right now.
So
So
I'm gonna need y'all.
we got three whole years to get the mind and eyeballs ready for whatever's gonna happen. So look, this is it. At the end of the day, what I need everybody to catch and what we were just trying to explain to y'all is I need all of y'all to get out your comfort zones.
Exactly.
Everybody get out your comfort zone. Because your comfort
Yes.
zone is keeping you from your next level.
That part.
That's a guaranteed is keeping you from your next level.
Amen.
You know what I mean? All of
Yes.
these multiple business the ideas that he has given and you ain't done nothing with none of them,
That
that's not
Jesus.
good. Because sooner or later, the
No.
season for that idea is
is
going to
gone.
run out.
It's gonna go to
And
somebody
when that season
Mhm.
run out, and because you never done anything with it, don't get mad when it cannot come back to your recollection.
else. Right.
Because
Mm.
seasons and
Wow.
grace for certain things run out. Let me tell y'all that. I don't know why people telling y'all that grace don't run out because that's a whole lie.
It is.
Seasons and grace run out for
Wow.
certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Your grace does not attach to you about one thing that happened when you was 12 all up until you 57. That's not how that works.
Sure don't.
Oh, wow.
Your grace does run out and your seasons do change,
Mhm.
just like seasons in the natural. You can have a season
Yes.
of favor, but baby, when that season of favor is over, you better know how to live off of what you made in your favor time.
That part.
You catch what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He gives you seasons
Amen.
so that you can operate in those seasons at that time.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay in your lane in your season,
Mm-hmm.
you can prosper well. But
Mm-hmm.
if you go outside of that and try to do something totally different, most of the time than not, it never works out.
Exactly.
Mm. Amen. That's right.
Exactly.
And stop giving people titles they don't deserve.
That part.
And I mean that with any type of title.
That part.
If a person walked in your ministry and don't sit down and get ministerial training, can't become a minister and serve, don't you dare jump them from minister to apostle
That part.
Come on.
without work being shown.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Amen.
That is what they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you
Yeah.
have given a person a title that can't function in the title because they don't know what they're doing and they was not ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the one responsible for giving it. And they are also
Wow.
responsible for accepting it.
Right.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
Stop giving seasonal people lifelong titles in your life. This is the
My
reason why
Lord.
you got a
My
headache.
Lord.
This is the reason why you keep dealing with disappointments because you thinking that seasonal people
Mm.
are supposed to stay with you lifelong, and they not.
At all.
Stop making seasonal people. Stop trying to make them lifelong when that's not what they were supposed to be here for.
That's right. That's right.
That's good.
And that's the same
That's
thing with
good.
anything in your life. The Lord could put you at a job for a season.
Mm-hmm.
If he takes you
Yes,
away
he
from it
can.
and that job goes, that's because it was meant to go.
Exactly.
If you know you came into work on time every day, you did your job when you came in the door every day, and there should have been nothing that you should have been let go for, then why do you think it happened?
Right.
Your season was up.
Mm-hmm.
You did what you were supposed to do.
And
Yes.
now it's time to move forward.
And now it's time to move forward.
Maybe he wants to elevate you.
Right. And there's some place, even with people that live in certain places. Did God tell you to stay there your whole life?
Not always.
Or did he tell you that you were supposed to be somewhere else and you still stuck in
Mm-hmm.
a state that he told you to move from?
Exactly.
My God.
Listen to what the Lord is saying to you. I
Mm-hmm.
promise you it'll make your life better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because some of us have overstayed our welcoming place.
Yes.
That's right. So true. So
So before we end the night,
Absolutely.
LHG, do you have anything that you want to tell the people before we get up off of here?
I would just say when you are listening to what the Lord is telling you, and He's telling you to launch into the deep, cast that off here. He's equipping you to be able to be impactful in the deep and to be able to get to where you need to be in that area. Stop looking at it based upon what your own human ability is.
mm-hmm.
You are human. Look at it where God has the capacity to place you exactly where He wants and allow you to flourish, even if someone just left there and couldn't do it.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
And that's why I don't divulge to people what I'm getting ready to do, because they will literally talk you out of something upon their experience.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just watched this movie and hated it, but it'd be my favorite movie.
That's
You
right.
could have just started this business and it didn't go well for you, but it's what He wants, where He wants, how He's sovereign.
Mm-hmm.
We may have two completely different experiences. Don't let people talk you out of what you know God is telling you to do.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Just do it. Make that step. Show up. Show up.
That's it. Right there.
Even where you are now, feeling inadequate, feeling unworthy, feeling insecure. Just show up. Right where
That's
you
it.
are, just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to change nothing. Just show up how you are, because He already knows your heart. He already knows you're working with or what you're not working with.
That part.
So I'm sure He designed and planned with all that in mind, and what you don't have, He can give you. He's limitless. He's infinite.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to those. I'm talking to myself. Show
Right.
up now,
Mm-hmm.
because that invitation may be gone if you wait too long.
That's it.
RSV by what date?
That's it.
Don't miss the date.
Don't miss the date.
Don't miss the date.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Don't miss it. Evidently
Mm-hmm.
designed to move and move now.
Exactly.
Move now. Because if you wait too long, you're going to second guess it and talk yourself out of what could be a miracle. And somebody else's miracle. I like fish too.
That.
Right, because our life ain't just for us.
Mm-hmm. That part right there.
Our life ain't just for us. And this is the thing. Tonight,
Come
God
on.
is telling you to RSVP to your own future. Will you accept the
Yes.
invitation?
Yes.
Will you accept the invite?
Jesus.
He's
Jesus.
giving you a RSVP to your future.
Mm-hmm.
Will you accept the invite?
Jesus.
Or
My
you gonna
God.
let your own future go past you because you
Mm-hmm.
telling yourself you ain't ready?
Come on.
Jesus.
Because it ain't him.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ooh,
It's time.
Jesus.
Get ready.
He giving you a
Yes.
RSVP to a party laid out for you, but
Ooh,
you don't show up to the party.
come on.
Red carpet experience. Yes, Jesus.
Come on, red carpet.
Look here.
Gala.
All last year,
Come on.
LHG, I kept having dreams of people being on the red carpet. All
Mm-hmm.
last year. And the
Mm-hmm.
people that I was seeing on the red
Wow.
carpet are now actually being on red carpet right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I was having the dreams about it last year.
Wow. My God.
And so at the end of the day, I'm telling you, he never brings a thing and not make it come to fruition.
That's right.
If he said it, he gonna make it happen.
He's gonna make it
Yes.
happen.
Yes. Yes.
He said that his promises are yes and
Yes.
amen, not no. That ain't what the word said.
That's right. That's right.
She just dropped a whole bunch of bomb nuggets on y'all
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
before we get up out of here. I need y'all to
Phew.
I need y'all to RSVP for the right thing. Y'all
Yes,
you better show up for your own future.
I know that's right.
Quint, what you got?
Show up.
Show up.
Show up.
Just show your face. Be present.
That's it.
That's it.
Come on.
Support. Make it happen. Because guess what? While you're supporting,
Whew.
things are happening on your behalf. So you never know. You show
Yes.
up, your blessing might be sitting there right there waiting on
Right
you.
there.
Show up.
Yes.
You don't know what door may
Must be
open up
present
while
to
you're
win.
walking. Exactly. You're walking through one door to support, but your door is opening up. That's your blessing right there. Show
Jesus.
up and keep your word. Please
Right.
keep your word.
Jesus.
Don't say you're going to
Oh,
show up
that
and
part.
don't.
And you gotta catch this too. You never know when you show up, the door that was open for them might open up for you.
That part. That
It
part.
might
Just
come
said it.
on, but you gotta be.
Just you got to be present
You gotta
because
be there.
opportunities don't go away. They
Mm-mm.
move to the next person.
Woo,
Don't
Jesus.
miss your blessing.
Jesus.
Don't miss it.
Jesus.
Do what you said. Let
Thank
your
you, Lord.
words line up with your actions in this season. Show up. Be
Yes,
present.
Lord.
Be ready. Prepare yourself.
Yes.
Stay focused. Go after it. Figure out who you are and whose you are. What is God saying to you? Hear Him. Recognize it. I'm done.
Look,
I'm done.
God can't give you access and overflow if you don't show up for it.
Exactly.
You catch what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
He cannot give you access and overflow
That's
if you
right.
won't even walk in the room where it is.
And look, don't
Woo.
be so afraid not to invite others because you worried about somebody else
Amen.
getting the blessing over you. You need help. When they launched their net,
They
guess what?
need help.
They needed help. You need help. Take it.
Yes.
When they launched their nets, he blessed so much that it broke the net that they
It
needed
broke
help.
the net.
And then when they filled the boats were about to sink.
You need help. You can't do it by yourself. There is no I in team. Figure out who your support system is.
That's it. Just be present,
Be
folks.
present.
Show up. That's it.
That's it. Right there.
I promise you, if you show up, you will grow up.
Ooh, that was good. That was good. That was good. But don't let
And
anything distract you in this season.
we
Don't look
done.
at what you're going through and your don't look at your circumstances.
That's it. Yeah,
Just
we
show
we
up.
done. That's
That's
all. That's
it.
all he gave, and I ain't going no further
That's
than that.
it. Show
Just
up.
show up. Show up.
I
That's it.
loved it. Just show
That's
up.
it. Don't be afraid to cast your net and launch into the deep. You feel me? So all I got to say,
Mm.
y'all already know my motto. I love y'all to life, and ain't nothing you can do to change it.
Yes.
But live every day on purpose and make it count.
Yes.
All right. So we'll be back with y'all tomorrow night. But show up
Show up.
for whatever he is telling you to do. Show up.
Mhm.
All right. It don't matter how it look. If he put it there for you, show up.
That's right.
We love y'all. Thank you, LSG. I so
Yes.
appreciate it. You
Thank
gave so
you.
many wonderful nuggets.
Yes, you
I
did. She
absolutely
always do.
love you. And y'all already know y'all got to check out LHG for her critical conversations on
Mhm.
Saturday night. Is it going to stay? Is your time going to stay from 5 to 7?
Uh-oh.
I
Yes.
can hear you. Go
She
ahead.
said yes.
You said yes.
Yes. That's the
Yes.
plan.
Okay. All right. So
Not
she's
so
going
much
to be
to do,
Saturday
but
nights,
that's the
y'all,
plan.
from 5 to 7. All right. Critical conversations with LHG. I promise y'all don't want to miss it. Her first episodes have already been a banger. So I'm telling y'all. And on top of that, I'm so super proud of her because I believe she already working on episode 4 or 5.
All
And
right
she just
now.
she just coming on, y'all. So I'm excited because she in the
Yes.
movement and she got it going. So
Yes.
and she hasn't been slowful about it. So
That's right.
you catch what we just said tonight. She been showing up.
She
You
been
catch what I'm
showing
trying
up.
to say. So she been showing up and showing out, and it's okay with
Mhm.
me. But I promise y'all, we'll be back with y'all tomorrow night and Thursday. I don't think anybody has. Oh yeah, Coach Fee is supposed to have her first one on the 22nd, which is Tuesday. I believe. I do not know the name of it. I think she's calling it Hodgepodge or something like that. I think, but it's redefining moments with Coach Fee. I think that's the name of the title of her show. So she'll be on. But I think her shows are early in the day. I think she's at 12 noon on Tuesday. So check her out. Look out for that. And I think Fred might be having something on Friday, but he's not in the bottom, so I can't confirm that for sure. But I think he also has something going on Friday night. And I'm not sure if Bobby is going to have a show Saturday night after LHD or not. If Bobby has a show, hers will be at 8. All right. So we appreciate y'all for sticking with us. Thank y'all for being with us through anniversary number 2.
Wait,
And
wait, wait. Real
go ahead.
quick.
Let me say, go ahead.
What just dropped in my spirit for December, if you have a business, if you have a ministry and you want to come on the show, please, we're going to allow you to come on for a half hour to talk about your business or ministry. Inbox us and let us know.
That'll be for the whole month of December.
Yes.
All right. So you guys have to let us know if you want to come on our nights. And on top of that, we don't mind doing pop-up shows. So if
Exactly.
we have to have a pop-up show just for you, let us know. Okay. So that
Exactly.
we can help you guys out because that is something that we love to do.
And for
I
that,
also I do
we're
have some surprise artists and stuff coming up in December. So just so y'all
awesome.
know.
And we're gonna ask you to donate $15, and that $15 is gonna go towards giveaways for December. So if you want to come up, we're just asking you to donate $15. We normally ask for donations of $25. So you just got a discount. That's all we're asking.
That's
Okay.
it. So we thank you guys. And on top of that, for the month of December, for all of our lovely vendors and people that got businesses, y'all got to get ready because we're going to have another online vending show
Awesome.
Christmas week. So I know that all of our vendors are going to have some good stuff.
Christmas week.
Okay. Christmas week. All right. So I'm excited because y'all can get some last minute Christmas gifts in. Okay. With the vendors that will be on. Of course, y'all know donations of $10 and you get 15 minutes to vend whatever you got going on. 15 minutes is a long time.
Yes, it is.
That's what I'm saying. So you get 15 minutes to get up here and sell until your heart is content for 15 minutes. Last one we had people buy out everybody book, and we had people buying out people's jewelry, and we had a whole bunch of stuff going on. All right. So we had some really good stuff last time, and I expect to have even greater stuff this time when we have it for this year, for this month coming up. So I'm excited. And I hope that some of our vendors that was on last time are returning with some new stuff. So I'll be so glad to see you. I know LXG gonna have a whole lot of popping glam. I already know because I can just imagine what paparazzi got going on for
Jesus.
Okay, so I'm just waiting to see what she gonna show because I know it's just gonna be a lot, and I'm just gonna be like, you know what, LXG, I need you to get off my screen. I know what that's gonna be. So I already know how she do because this chick right here, this chick can pair some jewelry and some clothes together, and she do some pairing stuff that I ain't never seen, but she good at what she do. You catch what I'm saying? So I like her. She could be my stylist any day.
And listen, y'all, when y'all listen to her, because follow her, make sure y'all follow her. But when y'all go on her lives with her paparazzi, y'all get ministry.
Yes.
And you get the shop.
And you get the bling.
Listen, it's awesome.
Ministry and bling together.
Yes.
Nothing better than that, right? So you get the best of two things going on for the shoppers that love to shop, and you get some words. You might deal with the church mother that day, so we don't know. We don't know.
Yes. But it's okay.
All right. So we're gonna remain to be seen. Go ahead, LAG. You muted though. Go ahead.
I'm muted. Yeah, you might see she's on this time of year, so be ready. She gonna have her tambourine, so just be ready.
That is all right. I'm excited. So again, I'm gonna post up the online vending flyer for all of you guys that want to participate. I'm gonna do it the same as last time. I'm gonna post up the flyer. Hit me up. Let me know that's what you want to do, and I'll tell you where to send your monies for the thing. And then I just need you to let me know the name of your business and what you're gonna be vending. That's it. And then I will put y'all in the queue, and you just tell me who want to go first, who need to go last due to timing and all that good stuff. I think last time we did it for 3 or 4 hours. So I think we started it at 7 or 6 and we ran to about 10. But it was really good though. We had a lot of good stuff on the screen for you guys to see. So I expect to see the same thing over again. I'm going to see if I can get some local vendors I know to vend their stuff because I think it would be really, really good. All right. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what God is doing. The other thing I want to tell y'all before I let you go is stay in a place of expectancy.
Yes.
Expect God to move. You catch what I'm saying? So stay in a place of expectancy.
Yes.
You can't get no better than that. If you always expecting to see him move, you're going to see it.
That's right.
All right. So we love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. Have a good night.
Good night.